Hey Pisces, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. Welcome to your May reading, answering the question. Sorry, get it out. Answering the question, how does your partner feel about you? It is a love reading. Yeah, so thank you for stopping by and welcome to your reading. Just pulling the cards out here for you. So, at the base of the deck, we've got the Hermit card. So, there'll be some introspection, I believe, happening for you guys this month, Pisces. In fact, this is... sorry, a message came through. I was waiting for that message. This is actually the opposite sign to the Moon card, and the Moon card is ruled by Neptune, which also rules Pisces. So this is almost like your nemesis or your opposition in terms of energy. Still on the same spectrum, but this is the opposite side of the spectrum. So whereas maybe you're used to whereas maybe you're used to kind of maybe going with the flow, being intuitive, kind of just like being able to go with the flow of things, you may be asked to be more to participate more in making decisions in some way, or to play a more active role in your life generally, or in this relationship, rather than just going with the flow, actually looking to see where you're going and deciding whether or not you want to go there. We then have the Sun card as well. So this also talks about clarity. The Hermit card can also talk about investigating, trying to figure something out. So it looks like you will be gaining that clarity, and it will be quite monumental, being an actual major arcana here. It will guide the light, I think, to your own path and your own journey. We've then got the Chariot cards and more major arcanas here for you. Where I feel you will be quite focused on family, possibly. Making that work. If there is a situation there with family, you'll be quite determined to pull everyone together, pull the family back together, and to keep things moving. Or you may also be traveling, possibly this month, maybe to the sun to gain some clarity, taking a break. Or it could just mean that you're quite determined to make this work, whatever the situation is. You're quite determined to reach success in this situation. So you may feel like you've got kind of an uphill struggle in front of you in some way, but you're quite determined to achieve success anyway. You don't see defeat as an option. You don't see giving up as an option. Whether that be giving up on yourself or giving up on the relationship, whatever it is, you're not giving up. I believe it's giving up on yourself though, because we do have the Hermit card here. So it's like you're not, if this doesn't work out, I think that you will be quite determined to fight for your own happiness, your own self-esteem, things like that. And to remain positive as well. I think you'll be fighting, you'll be determined to remain positive. We do have the Emperor card as well, which talks about you taking charge. Again, as we did see here with the Hermit card, you will be taking charge this month in some way. Not so much going with the flow, but having clearer objectives for relationships or for your family. We've then got the High Priestess card again, which is pretty much your card, Pisces, where you will at some point, come back to your intuition. And maybe as you look within yourself, you may find that it's your intuition that actually really is your guide. But you may need to couple that intuition with some forethought, with some strategic planning, if that makes sense. Yeah, but this is all about strategic planning, the Emperor card. So yeah, you may be taking some time away to really think about all that, and to gain some clarity around that internally. So we'll see how that plays into the reading. So we've got essentially your partner with the Six of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords. So your partner feels like they've won something, they've gained recognition, they've been recognized for something. They may feel like they've won you. They could feel like they've won an argument if you guys have been arguing. But they do feel recognized and validated, and very proud of themselves as well. With the Ace of Swords, it's all sorts about victories. This person does feel like they've won. They could feel like they've won you, or just won in this situation. But either way, they feel validated and they feel very proud of themselves. We've got the Four of Coins for how you feel. So right now you're just like not wanting to maybe even entertain it. You're kind of closing yourself off in a way. Maybe that's your move, is that, okay, they may have won, but that means that I'm not sharing certain things about me or keeping your cards close to your chest. You're just not extending or expending like any more energy into this situation. You may feel like you don't have enough energy to put in the situation. You don't have the resources required. You've maybe already allocated your resources elsewhere. That might be, and you don't have the energy to kind of put it into this. You may have other things that you're focused on. It's like this just isn't important enough for you to waste your energy and time on. And you do kind of see it as kind of a waste of energy. Like you're not going to get what you want out of it, or you're going to lose more than you gain, kind of thing. And that might be why that's saying, don't go with the flow. Like you may have a particular agenda, particular reason, or way that you're going to spend these coins or use this time, use these resources. And it doesn't look like you're going to want to invest it into that. You don't want to invest it into this person. So in the past, we had the Fool card for your partner and the Hanged Man. So your partner would have, in the past, could have been acting like a fool, especially with the Hanged Man looking like uncomfortable, wearing red trousers and yellow shoes and stuff. It's just making me think that this person may have acted a little bit foolish, like too playful, messed about too much. Also maybe kept you in limbo as well. Always wanting to be free, never wanting to make a commitment, maybe in the past, and never really settling, always wanting to know what else was out there and wanting to know if they, were on the right path. Like this is very unsteady, very changeable energy. This is not talking about permanency. This is talking about moving forward and taking a risk in some way. So I feel like your partner kind of did a lot of things that were maybe a bit knee-jerk reaction, like and maybe just a bit distant from you in some way as well. With the Hanged Man, not really emotionally available. They need their space, they need their freedom, they need room to think. This person needs a lot of time to themselves. They're very independent of thought and action. But they are major arcana, so they are major lessons. This person's definitely learned a lot about these energies that they hold with regards to wanting to be free and remain objective and be detached. They don't like baggage. So in the past, they never really liked baggage, didn't want to be attached. And they still weren't even decided what way they were going or what they're doing. They're still thinking about it. They may have been unavailable to you in the past as well. And then we've got you here with the Temperance card. So you may have felt that you needed to balance your emotions. You may have felt that you needed healing, especially with the Four of Cups here. It's like for this to come after, it may be symbolic of you having to do a lot of emotional clearing or healing. Again, with the red triangle here, this is a symbol of the masculine energy. So I feel that you had to take action on your own to manage your emotions, to deal with your own emotions, to get your own healing. You had to do that. Like no one else was gonna come and, you know, kiss it better, or this person wasn't gonna come, I don't feel, and soothe you, and you had to kind of do it on your own. You had to be both the man and the woman to yourself, possibly in the relationship, if that makes sense. Like you had to support yourself, and you had to also be loving. You know, you had to carry kind of both energies within you, and you couldn't wait around for anyone else to do that for you. But it looks like you managed it with the Temperance card, and if you have managed and learned to do that successfully, I think there'll be something that you will learn to do that you will. It's going to be like a great gift to you. Like you'll be able to use it for the rest of your life or for a long time. You'll be able to possibly even teach people, you know, how to manage their emotions, or like be a very good support to your friends because you've been through it. But you definitely, once you learn how to do that and manage your emotions in that way, and not really need, you know, when you do start to be more independent and not be so kind of going with the flow, but more kind of directed and strategic about where you want to go and looking after your own emotions, and not needing someone to maybe give you that support, to give you a decision, to, you know, not waiting around on anyone, but just doing things on your own. Especially with the Chariot card there, it's like you're determined to do things on your own in the past. Sorry, now you're quite determined to do things on your own, and you'll be advised that as well, to go ahead and not really be on your own, but just be that independent emotionally. And that's what the Hermit card is all about. Being able to be emotionally independent. So that's interesting because it doesn't really flow into the next bit that simply, but maybe this is talking about a very long-term relationship where the cards are trying to sum up in like in 3 cards, like what happened, what's the important, what were the defining moments. It looks like the defining issues in the relationship in the past was this distance, this person maybe not taking responsibility, not wanting to feel trapped, wanting freedom, always kind of leaving you in limbo, being in limbo themselves, and you having to kind of manage your own emotions because they're just not present. For some reason now they feel victorious though. Maybe you guys have had a conversation. We do have the Ace of Swords here, so they could be feeling quite good that maybe you've reached out, or they've reached out to you, and you managed to talk about things. And maybe they've got things off their chest, and they've been able to have an honest conversation with you. I feel this person has come back, or is now expressing themselves to you and letting you know that they really care about you, and or they really like you, or they really want you. And I think they think they're the ish, like they think like, yeah, I want you, of course you want me, maybe a little bit like that. This person is the Fool character. They're kind of, in their mind, their ego, how they think about themselves will be a lot bigger than they actually is. So they could be like a Sagittarius, maybe Leo type. Could be Aries as well, because we do have the Fool card here. So it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, especially if the Sun card came up as well. So yeah, it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries that you're dealing with. We do have some more rods at the end here as well. So yeah, it could be a fire sign. And I think they've come in and they said, look, this is how I feel, with their sword, and they've kind of cut through and they've given you some truth, and you're just like, yeah, thanks, but I'm not willing to kind of reciprocate right now. I've kind of got plans, maybe I've got things I need to do, things that maybe take more priority than you. Maybe that's what this card is saying. And then we've got the Star card in their subconscious thoughts, clarified by the Hierophant. So this tells me that they are thinking of a future. They have got bright dreams for you guys. And also with this lady being naked on the front, they do see you as sexually attractive, and they do see you as they do see you maybe as quite innocent as well. They also, they see you working hard at whatever you're working on, carefully tending to your goals, and they want to basically get married and have a traditional relationship with you. They want to be with you. They want to be permanent now. They want an actual relationship. But this is in their subconscious. This is what drives them. So subconsciously, they do actually have a dream of being in a stable relationship, in a, not one where it's got like this kind of energy, the Fool card and the Hangman, but everything's kind of up in the air. They actually are looking for something that has got longevity, and permanency, and that can grow. And you can, they want to kind of grow with you and grow together, with you, and or with someone. That's what they want. They really want that, deep down within them. But they have got very high ideals, and they're not really budging on them. They've got high ideals on who they want in a mate, how they should look, maybe how they are, things like that. And they're not really going to budge on those things. So that could be why, that could also be an issue in the relationship as well, where they've got just such high ideals that you're probably thinking, like, even if I try to meet the ideals, like, I'm not going to get this. What's the point in wasting my coins on it? What's the point in wasting my time and energy on it? Maybe that's what you're thinking. We do have the Seven of Swords here for how you are. So you've got your own agenda. You're doing your own thing behind the scenes. You're not even telling this person what you're doing or why. You're just doing what you want to do. And you're kind of, in a sense, this card is kind of, when I say, I'm about to say go with the flow, but really it's like omitting the truth. It's like when you admit the truth, you kind of go with what the person's saying. Like the person says, oh yeah, so you got an orange coat yesterday. It's not a good example, but like you know what I mean, when someone is omitting the truth. I'm thinking of an example. For some reason my mind's gone blank. But yeah, you're kind of going with the flow. You're not really saying no, but you're not really saying yes. You're not really saying anything. So yeah, you're just kind of keeping things to yourself, and you're just kind of playing it to suit you, because you have your own agenda here. So then we've got the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups for what your partner's intentions are. So their intentions is to make a decision that is in line with their heart, their emotions. So they want to make an emotional decision. So it looks like they may have a few people or a few options available to them. And they've got this huge, great dream of what they really want, and they're not changing it. So maybe they can't really figure out if any of these people are even worth pursuing at this stage. Or, in actual fact, I take that back. I think he finds, or she finds, most of these people quite attractive for all different types of reasons, and that's why it's quite hard to choose. One person's great at telling jokes, the other person's great at socializing and in conservative places. The other person is very caring and very thoughtful. The other person's truly intelligent, and there's lots of different things I think that this person appreciates, and they're really trying to get into their heart and seeing who makes them feel loved, like what which person makes them feel emotional, and who are they emotionally attached to. I feel that's their intention. So even though they might be coming to you and be saying to you, I really like you, blah blah blah, or maybe you've done that to them in some way, you've had a conversation, they're very, very proud of themselves. They feel like they're a winner, you know, and they've told you that, or they've expressed something like that to you, which may have made you feel, okay, fine. Well, if you if you think you're waiting for the one, and you think you're that great and whatever, and you don't think I'm worth investing in, you're kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I've got things going on too. Like, I'm gonna do my thing. And then their intention, although they haven't quite let you go though, and they still see you as an option. And I think you have actually got their heart to an extent. For the Queen of Cups to show up in your reading, I would say that they have got emotions for you, most definitely. And they are very much, and he is now really falling into his emotions, or she is now really falling into her emotions. Maybe before she wasn't, she was detached and everything, but now she's like, I'm actually really starting to like these people. And he really needs to now make a decision, because it's becoming quite confusing for him or her. And I think all they really want is just to be in love and to love someone. So we've got the Three of Cups here for what your intentions are. So your intentions may be to possibly reconnect with this person. Maybe you do want to reconnect, maybe on a kind of social, light-hearted level, maybe remain their friend. It could also mean that you are intending to go out and have fun with your own friends and focus on friendships more than anything else this month. That would be further confirmed with the Nine of Coins here at the end of the reading, where you do find yourself enjoying your alone time, enjoying your own success and independence. So that's what this could be about. This is very much a friendship card. It can be about love, but it's usually about friendship. So it could be that that's how you're feeling, that you just kind of want to be friends and you're quite happy that way. You don't really want to make any serious commitment with any coins. You're not investing in anything. But yeah, you hang out, you'll go for drinks, you'll continue to have fun with this person, socialize with them, keep communication good if necessary, keep things easy, but you're not going to be investing. So that does really come back to, you making more defined decisions rather than going with the flow of this person. You kind of have an idea as to where you want to go, and therefore making decisions around that rather than waiting for them to make up their mind. You're doing your own thing. You're acting on your own behalf. You're not kind of going with the flow. So then we've got the Queen of Rods for the near future. This is for your partner, and also the Ace of Rods. So definitely your partner in the near future will be definitely more in their emotions with the Queen of Rods as well, and the Queen of Cups. They will be in their emotions, but I think they would have also made a decision, especially with the Ace of Rods. I feel like they will know more towards the end of the month what they want to do, and they will be acting on it. This is a fire sign, I believe, that you're dealing with. Yeah, it could be a Leo. I think I said that before. But yeah, it could definitely be a Leo, Aries, or Sag. But yeah, with the Queen of Rods, I feel like this is someone who takes action. She knows what she wants. She is quite decided. She always usually has some sort of plan. It may not be written down, but she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows what her end goal is. And she's also very enthusiastic, able to get people on board with her as well. So the person you're seeing has got a big personality. They're very attractive, and a lot of people are attracted to them. It's just how it is. And it's also because of their personality. They're just, not only are they physically attractive, but they just are very inviting, very warm, very fun. And And it looks like they would have made a decision with the Ace of Rods here, there only being one rod. And considering how the reading's gone, I would take that as this person is taking action, with it being a female, I would say, in their emotions. And it is a brand new, fresh start for them with the Ace of Rods, something that they're quite passionate about. So they've chosen, they've made a choice. The Queen of Rods is also usually a single person. Like she kind of, she's not afraid of her sexuality at all. So she may be comfortable dating multiple people and possibly having friends with benefits and things like that, if she wants it, like when she wants, not because she needs it, anything like that. So she'd have to be excited by it, you know. And I don't know what I'm getting at, but yeah, she has to be really excited by it. And I just feel that this person's got a lot of people around them, and they may be making the most of that, because this is also representative of, it's quite a phallic symbol, so it could be that they're just following their own down below. You know, that's what they're focused on. You know, even you've got her here holding it quite tightly. It's like she's trying to be independent. And then we've got you here as well, being quite independent. So I feel they make a choice, but I think they make a choice to possibly just think about themselves, which is similar to what you're doing. You're kind of just thinking about yourself, enjoying your own success here. You know, you've got your own money, you're happy with that. You maybe got a successful business, you're happy with that. You may have great family and friends, you may have lovely luxuries around you, and you're just enjoying that and really celebrating your own success. And I think that's probably what the Chariot card is about as well, is that there is a success for you. The sun is rising, you know, for you, kind of thing with the Sun card. There is things to celebrate in your life. And it looks like you just don't have time for this person. And this person likes to be independent. With the Fool card as well, this person, although they do ideally, you know, if they had it their way, they would have this lovely long-term relationship, but they're just way too, I think they're just way too in their own ego. They just love themselves too much. They're just like, oh, there's just too many choices, I cannot make a decision, I want them all, you know. And that's why maybe you're saying, okay, look, I'm not investing in this. Okay, I know what you're like, but we could be friends, you know. And maybe, you know, deep down you can tell, you know, you can totally tell that that they do want something. And that's probably what kind of intrigues you, that, you know, some of the time you maybe feel, Pisces, that, yeah, this person is serious, this person does want a relationship, you know, but then in their actions, maybe they're not really taking action. They're still, with the Seven of Cups there, quite undecided, still enjoying the novelty of choice. And but they are getting in their emotions. With the Queen of Cups there, they are looking for love. They do want love. They want like real love. And I don't think they feel particularly good about getting anyone's emotions involved about this. I don't think they feel good about that. They don't really want that. I mean, they like having fun, but I don't think they like hurting anyone's feelings. Yeah. And this person could just really love female company. Just love, with the Queen of Cups there. Just love that female energy around. So Pisces, love for May 2018. Okay, so We've got spiritual growth for you. That's your spiritual advice, that there's spiritual growth. The obstacle is true gems. The obstacle is that you probably really, really appreciate each other and you really think the world of each other, but it may just be bad timing. So we've got the beauty queen here as to what pulls you together. So there is an attraction here. The beauty queen as well is definitely a Leo individual, possibly any fire sign really. Aries like a bit of attention too. Don't deny it. Aries if you're watching. And Sagittarius love to be star of the show. So yeah, this person loves the attention, and that's what actually brings you together, is the fact that they love your attention and you love their attention. So there's a lot of pride going on in the middle here. That's probably what that Six of Wands is about, which is nothing wrong with that. Then we've got the karma card for what you're experiencing. So you're experiencing karma. So this is probably, that's why there's some decision that needs to be made for you to move forward. Usually that's how it goes with karma. You kind of make a decision and then kind of it sets you on a particular road or path, and it looks like you've chosen your path. You kind of set your own karma there. This person that you're dealing with is learning about the mature woman. They probably realize that they're dealing with a mature woman when it comes to you. The Queen of Rods is also a mature woman, so it could be that they are really quite focused on you towards the end of the month, but we still see you here not really you're still very much enjoying your own time. Got true love here for how you see them, so you do really care about them. And then we've got passion. They're very much sexually attracted to you. Then we've got soulmate at the base of the deck. So you guys are soulmates. There is something special here. You probably are very good friends. And yeah, passion seems to be how they see you, though, more so than love. Yeah, there aren't many cards here, really, in terms of how they feel. We've got the Fool card, which is quite fiery. We've got the Six of Rods, which is quite fiery. Then we've got two more Rods cards at the end. So, yeah, a lot of sexual chemistry is there between you two. However, you see them as true love. So you may see them as a really good friend, you know, and that's might be why you had to really balance your emotions, because you actually really do care about them, whereas they're kind of being nonchalant and in limbo, like, you know, just taking their time being single. Or maybe it's been going on for a long time. Maybe there's been no commitment for a long time. Maybe that's why they're all major arcanas. But you do see them as a true love. But you're still, even though you see them as a true love, and you would normally in most other situations just kind of go with the flow and be like, well, I care about this person, so I'm just gonna stay with them because that's how I feel. It looks like now you're kind of being more the hermit, and you're actually saying, well, no, actually, is it making me happy? Is it even in line with my path? I've got all these plans now. Is it really going to work with me being with someone that is going to be so much hard work? You could kind of be thinking that. Because it probably will be hard work, not in the sense of trying to change this person, but just trying to remain. The Temperance card all the time might be quite tricky, because this person, I think, quite likes the attention and the choice and the freedom. So yeah, but you're going through spiritual growth. This is a major turning point for you. So yeah, it should be a good time. You're on a new path, it looks like, or you're kind of defining a path, or you're even more so defining a path that maybe you were already on, which is great. So good luck with that in May. Take very good care. If you'd like your own reading, email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. All the information will be in the description box below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I guess until the next time, unless we don't speak again, I'll see you in June. Take care. Bye.